Welcome to LB Steak Bishop Ranch in San Ramon, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Japanese Wagyu. So we're going to walk in here and grab a couple of samples. So we're fortunate enough to have 3 different selections of A5 Japanese Wagyu. Not a lot of restaurants do get that opportunity. We have from Hokkaido Prefecture, Miyazaki, and Takamori. And all of our Wagyu is graded A5, which is the highest grading that you can get on Wagyu. And also a BMS marbling score of 11 to 12, which is also the highest grade that you can get in terms of marbling. So a lot of this stuff at this grade is not going to be available retail. So we're lucky enough to have access to it. So we go through a company that is considered one of the premier vendors of Wagyu or importers of Japanese Wagyu in the United States. There is a limited amount of Wagyu that is imported into the United States each year. There are actually quotas on that. So from time to time we will change our selection depending on what's available. And each of these pieces of meat will actually have a certificate of authenticity on them. It'll tell you the grade of the meat, the marbling score, and you can see here we have 3 different grades. We have Hokkaido, Miyazaki, Takamori. Again, highest grade of marbling that you can get. You can see a lot of intramuscular fat, not a whole lot of meat. These are probably in the vicinity of 50% fat. And that's even after we clean off all the fat cap to make a more serviceable piece for service at the tables and stuff. So we'll clean off the bottom, the fat cap, and then these are the pieces that we'll trim up to order. So at the restaurant, you can order them by the ounce. We charge a minimum of 4 ounces. But yeah, you can order them by the ounce. We also do a trio, which is 3 ounces of each of these. So you can kind of check and see the differences between the different Wagyus that we carry. So sometimes, like these ones, there's not going to be a huge difference, but every now and then we'll get something like Sanuki Wagyu, which is also called olive Wagyu, and they feed those cows olive branches, olive pits that are left over from their olive growing process. And those ones you'll actually get with the taste of the fat, a distinct taste of olives, and it's very distinct, very earthy, very different, and absolutely delicious. But yeah, these are the 3 that we carry. So for service, when we get an order, we'll just cut off a piece. Let's do some Miyazaki today. So we'll cut off a piece. This will probably be about 4 ounces or so, and you can see all the fat just kind of running through there. Again, this is the highest grade, the BMS marbling score of 11 and 12 that you can get. Yeah, so we can go take it over onto the grill. So for us, just a little simple seasoning of salt and pepper on there. That's all you need. And then I'm going to place this on the hot spot on the grill. And we're just going to let it rest about a minute or 2 on each side. Turn it around so that we get some colors, some marks on each side. And then we'll bring it up to our desired temperature. And then for something this fatty, a lot of times we'll wrap it with foil as it's cooking, since there's going to be so much grease coming off of it, to kind of reduce either fires on the grill itself or off tastes from the smoke and the burning fat. It's all personal taste. Like you said, my favorite might be rare, medium rare. Someone else likes a well-done steak. I would suggest at least medium rare plus medium, again, so that heat can start to melt the fat in your mouth. But yeah, again, taste is relative. So, instant read thermometer, best tool for any cook. So this can actually go quite a bit more. Yeah, so we're going to bring it up to about a temperature of 125 or so. Yeah, we just finish it on the broiler because we're getting heat on both sides versus the grill. So I pull this off at 120 degrees, so it's medium rare-ish. It's going to carry over a little bit. For me personally, I prefer to eat it around medium, just because the heat helps the fat melt a little bit more. Whereas a regular steak, I might do rare or medium rare. So we're just going to slice it relatively thin because you want to be able to taste Put this, lay it out on the plate, center. We'll finish it with a little bit of a garnish. With Wagyu, the star is just simply the meat. We don't want to cover it up with a bunch of sauces, so we serve it with a selection of salts here. We have Malden sea salt, black Hawaiian salt, the smoked Malden sea salt, and then we have the chili garlic crunch. And the best way to eat it is just to take a little slice, maybe dip it in a little bit of salt, savor it, let that meat melt in your mouth, and enjoy a precious treat from Japan.